Oh boy, these things are getting pretty attractive. You could have sneezed, and you would have missed this release here. And this one came out on the 6th, still available, might I add. The question is, and it's a pretty good question. You're gonna have to really invest a little bit of time and energy and all that money, obviously, for this. But the U.S. Mint released the brand new 2.5 ounce United States Army silver medal. And I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, I've generally kept this one quiet on my channel, right? I never really talk about it. The only time where these come up in any sort of conversation ever on Blue Ridge Silverhound is either one of two areas. Okay, I like to do these beginning of the year kind of like, hey, let's take a look at and see what the U.S. Mint has planned for the year, and I kind of like speculate, what coins or what products, are what I deem can't miss. Like you got to be a part of it, I suppose. And in 2023, the message is clear. Like what is there to look forward to in 2023 from the U.S. Mint? And I gotta say, I think I completely downplayed this item. It's not really a coin; it's a metal. They call it a metal, so it's a big chunk of hunk of piece of silver, 2.5 ounce. I mean, if we were going to go off of spot value today, I mean, what is that? 50, 54, $55 or something in silver crafted into this product. But I gotta say, it's pretty cool. I think it's the best iteration so far of the in one of the branches of the armed services I've seen. Period. And I kind of liked the Navy version of this medal from last year. All right, which we'll take a look at here momentarily. But you have the Minuteman, which drummer boy, Minuteman. Any coin or product that has that on there is fire. It's pretty nice. Since 1775, and then you have I would assume just an infantry level person right there. You put them both together. I think that's really cool. The reverse of this medal is this right here. So you have all of these ribbons, with various different types of battles that have occurred, in our storied, tenure of our country. Pretty cool. I mean, I like this, and the amount of detail and engraving on this is really nice. They could have very well butchered this to no end, obviously, but this is such a great tribute to the army. It's like they're there in the down and dirty, getting it done. So wow, I mean, I'm impressed. 2.5 ounces, mintage limit of only 10,000 pieces. I say only, but it's probably the appropriate amount for this particular release. 10,000 pieces, that is. No order limit. You could order one. You could order 100 of these. Presentation looks all right. It's the same old standard U.S. Mint presentation for a lot of these. I consider this to like medium to high end level mint product. So here's the one caveat to this whole thing. This puppy is $175. Now, I do want to mention that the U.S. Mint does produce a 1 ounce version of this same coin. So you're going to see that here sometime this year. I don't recall when they released this, but we could take a look at last year's when they did the U.S. Navy version of this release, but as you can see, it's still available. Am I going to say go out and buy one of these right now? Not exactly. I mean, this is going to be something that's, if it fits and maybe you have someone that's served in the army, then this one might be, appropriate, whether to buy it for yourself or to give it as a gift. I think it's a really great gift idea, but, the $175 price tag, I think, is a little bit ambitious for this one. I have to say that these were cheaper. Maybe not necessarily last year, but they've done these for about 3-4 years now. They did a U.S. Marines. I believe they did an Air Force. So they had a few different versions of this. And this one so far is the most impressive from a design perspective. And I think this one will eventually be a targeted commodity, not anytime soon, but let's say 10 years down the road, unless the U.S. Mint completely hammers down product after product after product, highlighting a lot of, our arm services, type of metals and coins and things like that, that's going to dilute it down. But as far as this product right here, again, number one, it's not for everyone. I just wanted to make that clear. This is not a pitch and promote type product, but I wanted to talk about it because me personally, my dad served in the Navy. So I should have bought last year's 2.5 ouncer. I would have easily spent $175 for that metal, and I didn't. And now I'm going to have to be... when I go to buy one of these, because my wife also served in the Navy as well, I'm going to be a slave to whatever the secondary market price is going to be for these. But we'll take a look at that. We'll even take a look at that as well. Do these have any sort of secondary market value whatsoever? Okay, that's a question that I get on these. I get the occasional either email or comment in one of my videos regarding this product. And again, it's really going to be all about desire. Do you desire to own this into your collection because A, you like the coin, you like the design, you like what it stands for? Are you going to buy it because you have a family member that's serving in one of these branches? Again, that's something that you're really going to have to, kind of figure out. This is not something that you would buy in the hopes of flipping it and then making money in the short term. I don't even know if that's the case because I've never researched this up until right now. We're going to take a look at this on eBay and see if any of these, maybe not specifically this one, but we'll take a look at the U.S. Navy 2.5 ounce and 1 ouncer from last year and then kind of make that determination, all right, and see if there is any hope or possibility that these will be desired on the secondary market. Now, the 2.5 ounce Navy from last year is sold out. All right, there's none. Last year you were able to add a personal message when you order it. So this is one that you could give as a gift. And then when you open up the box and presentation, I would assume that this personalized message is either going to be in the certificate of authenticity kind of like card, or maybe it's going to be printed or engraved somewhere on the packaging, whether that's on the inside of the case in that white area right there, or if it's on the box. I don't know. Have never ordered one of these with the personal message. But like last year, or like this year rather, 10,000, no household order limit on these. And they did make a 1 ounce variation of the 2.5 ounce silver medal as well. If we went into product schedule, go back from last year's products, the 1 ouncer, because the 2.5 ouncer comes out about the same time every year. Comes out right around March. So here's the March 11th release of the U.S. Navy. Let's see if we can find the 1 ouncer. And you know, they here's the Marine Corps. They did a Marine Corps 2.5 ounce last year as well. I'm pretty sure that one's sold out, and it is. Yeah, I mean they sell out eventually, and it takes a few months. You know, no, they're not. You know, here's the Air Force 1 ounce. United States Coast Guard silver medal 1 ouncer. So they got the 1 ounce of the Coast Guard. They might have released the U.S. Navy version like in 2021. Yeah, I've just now paid attention to how they promote and market these. Like you know, it kind of makes sense that they're not selling the 1 ounce and the 2.5 ounce during the same issue year. To kind of give a little bit of variety every year. You know, does that make sense? You know, it can. You know. But yeah, it's not a 2022's list. They just have the 2.5 ounce U.S. Navy. So that's what we're going to use the 2022 U.S. Navy as a model for what the potential value is of these in the short term. So we're on eBay. Let's go ahead and type this in. U.S. Navy 2.5 ounce metal. And see where we're at here for this one. These are very gradable. You know, you can grade these through the. Oh, by the way, in case you haven't figured it out, let's take a quick look at the front and back of the coin. So this is the back of the coin. I would assume it's the back because this is the obverse. So it says honor, courage, and commitment. And you have your sailors there. Good looking coin. Yeah, this is one I should have bought. You know, and me personally, it's more of a sentimental kind of emotional thing rather than it being a collectible to me. All right, that's the big reason why that you would want to buy one of these, anyways. So for the 2.5 ouncer, quite a substantial premium. So it's looking like I'm gonna have to cough up a pretty significant amount of money for these if I wanted to get one. So U.S. Mint Armed Forces Silver Medals Program 2.5 ounce. So that's the Air Force. So this one is being bid up currently. Already over issue price, $213.50. U.S. Marine Corps is available as a buy now for $214. They got someone's got a U.S. Army one in here already. So, anyways, let's go and track some of the sold listings here within the last 90 days. So there was a graded NGC Mint State 70. Wow, $600 for that puppy. All right, and they put it in an oversized holder, which, by the way, if you've never held one of these in your hand, they are chunky for sure. These things are pretty big, 2.5 ounce, and this is the same slab, I believe, where they also put in like 5 ounce coins as well. I think these slabs can accommodate up to 5 ounces, 5 ounce rounds. But that's what that one looks like there. Very nice, very attractive piece. Shoot, I might. And again, you know, it's not for everyone. It certainly isn't. Like I'm sitting here, I'm like, you know, I could see myself actually getting one of these for my wife for like, you know, for Veterans Day or something like that. So realistically, for a ungraded piece, here's one for $300. Here's another graded one. However, it's a 68. Still, look at that premium right there. That is exactly double issue. Now, provided that you have to spend money to grade these things. I mean, you know, that we're at double issue on this. Here's another one right here in the original mint packaging for $270. Here's another one here for $250, or close to it. By the time you factor in shipping, it's like $250. But yeah, they're like $250 to $350. And these are all relatively recent sales in relation to this video. Here's the 2020 U.S. Mint Armed Forces Silver Medal 2.5 ounce Navy. So this is the other version that they had released. They released different versions with different images on these. So I think every like 2 years, they're gonna have a brand new, say, U.S. Army version compared to what we've seen this year. But I gotta say, guys, the U.S. Army design for this year is absolutely freaking stunning. That one's pretty attractive too. That was kind of nice. 2.5 ounce. This is the 2020 presentation for this one. As you can see, it's sold pretty close, if not at issue price. I believe these were a little bit cheaper before last year. Before the whole, oh, we can't access silver, blah, 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 and all that great stuff. But yeah, wow. I mean, yeah, pretty healthy secondary market sales for last year's medals. I think the engraving and all of the design work on these continues to get a lot better. And I think that's why there's been more attention paid to these presentations here recently. I would say within the last like 2 years, more people have been not necessarily talking about these medals. They've just been kind of quietly swooping in and buying these up, because they're just a really neat, again, very personable, very emotional type of item that reminds them of a family member who served in any of these branches. So, quite nice. Wow, the PCGS one looks awfully nice, guys, for the U.S. Navy. Yeah, it looks to be also an oversized slab, and it is. Wow, look at that thing. Yeah, they look good slabbed. They look good slabbed in here, and I would assume as far as value, again, like I'd say, you're not going to buy these and want to flip them right away. Okay, you got to wait for them to go out of stock. I don't know why I feel like the Army, this year's Army release, this one right here, I kind of feel like that this one's going to this is going to disappear a lot faster than we realize. That design, the overall design with the Minuteman and I mean, it's nuts. This, and then you have all of the streamers from several major battles have visible text, including Appomattox 1865, which is during the Civil War, Lexington, Abeyance, Tet counteroffensive, Luzon. Wow, yeah, it's cool. This is cool. They're minted Philadelphia facility, but yeah, it's available for all you history buffs and folks that have family members that have served. Yeah, pretty cool. And eventually they will have in 1 ounce, maybe next year for this particular medal. That's going to be a little bit less expensive and more an easier pill to swallow if this one's too expensive. But you got to figure that this one right here, based off of the truly the American design, I would be personally proud to own one of these. Yeah, intriguing to be sure. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to talk about this morning on this one, because the U.S. Mint has been, for the most part, really quiet, right? And it's like, again, you could have blinked your eyes and not even realize that this particular little hidden gem became available on the U.S. Mint website. And I believe they were starting the waiting room process for U.S. Mint product with this one. They were starting that out with the U.S. Army medal. So anyways, let's say it just got dark all of a sudden. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about this morning. We're going to be doing the Whatnot coin auction preview video coming up tomorrow. So do stay tuned for that. Our actual live coin auction event on the Whatnot platform will be here this Friday. All the links will be down below. I'm going to have a link for my referral link to get yourself your $15 credit on there as well. Go ahead and sign up. And we got buy now listings in my store. So if you go to my upcoming live stream, you can bookmark it, by the way, so that way it'll be ready to go once we go live at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Friday. But if you click into that, I also have my buy it now listings in my show, ready to be scooped up right now. We got silver, we got Lincoln cents, some nice BU pieces in there. We got exclusive coin club metals that probably you guys have never seen, are all minted in brass and very beautiful. So we got some pretty interesting stuff. They're all affordable too. So if you're looking to scoop up some free stuff, some free silver using your $15 credit, you can certainly do that on there. So thank you guys for all your support. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time on some more coin news. All right. See you guys.